everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is my final reveal on the custom illustrated group build hosted by Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. This is the last day, and I made it under the wire. I had a lot of fun building this thing. It was very challenging. I started with a resin body that I got from Model Roundup, and I had to chisel it down to be able to put the chassis from the 49 Merc kit under there, and I had to cut about a 1/4 inch off the chassis, shorten the frame, and used 5-minute epoxy to bond the frame back together, and it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it, and I want to thank Paul for putting this on, and it inspired me to build a car that is on the same lines as my model club car, Classic Plastic, that purple car. I don't know if it's not a Merc, but it's a pretty cool car, and awesome logo, and so I wanted to kind of like replicate that. So when I bought this resin body about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I had that in mind, and I wasn't intending to start it when I did, but when Paul said he wanted to host this group build, I said, wow, this would be a perfect opportunity to try this, and that's what I did, and I think it came out pretty good. First time working with resin. I found out that the thin cement doesn't work well on resin. I used 1mm half round styrene to do the trim work, and then I did bare metal foil over that after I painted it, and painted it with Createx pearlized plum, and great color. It came out pretty good. So thank you, Paul, for hosting this. I had my hands full, but I had a lot of fun, and man, I learned a lot, and it's all part of the fun, learning new techniques, and trying to push the envelope, and I like doing that. So let me turn you around, and I'll show you what I got. So I used the grill off of this kit. I used the tires and wheels from this kit. I used the chassis, all the undercarriage, the suspension, the drive shaft, pretty much everything from this kit. And then the body was a resin body that I got from Model Roundup, and I got that a few years ago. So back then, a couple years ago, when I got the thing, I had a thought that I wanted to do the Classic Plastic purple car, so that's what I did. So here it is. I used Mr. Surfacer 1200 gray primer. I did a couple coats of primer, and the resin body had no trim package at all, so I scratch built all this window trim with 1mm half round styrene. Yeah, I think it did a pretty good job. It's not perfectly level there or horizontal, but overall, I'm liking it. I did Createx Pearl Plum for the paint. I did several coats of that, and then I did TS13 clear, and these tail lights there are scratch built from pieces of styrene I got off sprue, and I intentionally kept them because I want to use them someday, and I use them on this build. So I bare metal foiled all the trim. I used this film material and tints the windows. I had to double them up because they weren't tinted enough. I didn't want to be able to see inside the vehicle, so I doubled it up, and it came out okay. I mean, I kind of wish the film was a little thicker, but I like it overall. This is the custom grill that came from the 49 Merc kit. The headlights, I used a Mod Podge. You can see it hasn't even cured yet on the tail lights and the headlights. Let me stop this thing. Overall, I'm really happy with this. I want to thank you, Paul. You know, I got into this group build, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I had an idea, but I always wanted to build that club car. It's not the exact car. I forget what car that is, but I wanted to have a purple one. I was going to use some different wheels, but the wheels I wanted to use, they looked nice, but there was no way I was going to be able to make them work. Let me get this a little closer. I love the stance on this thing. Lower in the rear and higher in the front. It looks pretty badass. Tinted windows all the way around. A true custom. Never built one of these before, and I had a lot of fun, and it was definitely challenging, and I learned a lot, and like I said, I had a lot of fun, you know, and it came down to the wire, and for me, that's part of the fun, is trying to manage my time so I can finish these things. And but I'm gonna slow down a little bit on the group builds in 2025, and I have a few things I want to build. I want to do a tribute build for my father. He would have been 100 next year, so I'll be doing that. Back to this thing. The tailpipes are just aluminum tubing. Let me show you underneath. Just pretty much a curbside. I wasn't able to get the whole engine in there, so I figured, well, if I want to, someday I can finish the engine off, but it'll have to have a hole in the hood, but I can do that at a later date. I got some Mod Podge here. It's not even completely cured yet. I gotta be very delicate. I just finished this thing. Yeah, nothing special underneath, but I had to modify the chassis. You know, I cut off about a 1/4 inch. You can see the fender wells are gone. Um, Definitely challenging, but I'm sure a lot of you guys could really do a good job on this resin kit. You know, the body is super smooth on it, and you know, with the right painter and the right guy polishing it up, it would shine. But it's pretty good. I like it. I'm happy with it. I think it came out better than I thought it was gonna. I'm proud of it, and let me know what you think. I'm gonna spin this thing around one more time. The Customs Illustrated Group Build, hosted by Paul at Left Coast Model Car Builds. Quite the innovator. Come up with model cars and coffee, the Coast to Coast Model Club. I don't have enough time to get into everything like you guys do. I don't know how you do it. My hat's off to you guys. But let me know what you think, guys. I had a lot of fun, and peace out.